What's up, my Paisanos? Welcome back to a brand new special video. And in today's video, just got another talking video about something today. I literally just got done, and before I actually went into, I was doing some gaming, honestly. And honestly, before I went to sleep, because I have work in the morning, I just wanted to make a video just being completely honest with myself here. And again, like I said, I make these videos for me and not necessarily just to agree with other people or to regurgitate things. But one thing I was actually thinking about today was my job. And currently I am making $11 an hour as a person at a fast food place. And on one hand, I'm actually realizing how blessed I am, honestly, to even have a job in the first place. It's nothing that I could honestly live off of, and honestly, it's not something that I could straight up say as a career or whatever. But at least it gets me some money, so I can, I don't know. So before I could actually, pay my car insurance or get some gas or save money for another car. But ever since my car was totaled, well, not totaled, but because the motor blew and all this other stuff happened. Obviously, I've been having a lot of more difficulties with, having just not difficulties, but I don't have a car anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. And mostly now, my money is just trying to go to a new car, but that's another story for another day. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. I'm not in the best position when it comes to that, and people around me don't. That's another story. But the thing I was thinking about today was I don't actually, I thought about today, I really don't want to work. I have actually limited myself with when it comes to my job, because I said to my job I only wanted about 25 to 30 hours a week. This is my honest to God admission. This is just how it is. Now, the reason why I did that is because it's the only amount that I can actually, I can actually handle at that job. I don't know if it's either ADHD or the autism or anything, but with certain jobs just honestly drain me mentally more than others. Honestly, I can't be there for more than 5 hours a day, just because of the fact that I feel like I want to die. There was one time when I was working overnight at a warehouse place, and I literally felt like I wanted to off myself right then and there, and I'm not even freaking kidding. And this is honestly prevalent with most of my jobs. And I remember my dad asked me, hey, what job do you like? Have you ever liked a job? And I really just said no. There was one job that I was content with, and it was when I was at a retail place. But the only reason why I was content with that job was because the people there were actually kind of cool. They were a little bit more up my alley, a little bit more into anime and games and stuff like that, but not too much, because a lot of them actually started leaving, and then even then that doesn't really mean much because I still started getting less hours, and the pay wasn't too crazy. It was better than what it is now, I will admit, but it was just a better environment, and I could deal with that, and I understood that I could use this as a grounds to build what I really wanted to build. Now, for the longest time, I've always said to myself, I wanted to do something that would impact people, something that I was passionate about, something that could impact the world. And I mainly went to try to do YouTube for the past couple of, well, not past couple of years, but I've been wanting to be a YouTuber ever since I was 7 years old. And I've been doing my YouTube channel KamyCam for basically 11 years now. I wouldn't say I got really that serious until about 2018, but the point still stands. I don't feel like I uploaded that much on my channel, honestly. I have about 556 videos on it, but the point of the matter is that it was either that or be an athlete, and I still train. I came from the gym today, and I want to post more videos about that. But what I'm trying to get at is I can't really see myself working in an industry like what everybody else does. I feel like I'm just going to quit and not be motivated to do it over and over again. I need something substantial. One person in my comment section in my last video was telling me, hey, why don't you just join the military or join the Air Force? It's probably going to be my end game. If I have really nothing else to do with my life, I feel like that's probably something I might do. But I'm not really in agreement with the military. I have authority issues, And I don't like the idea of me, no disrespect to any veterans or anything like that, but I don't like I don't like certain aspects of the military. I'll just say that. I don't even want to go too deep into that, but it's just not for me. I feel like a lot of people have paths that they specialize in life, and I feel like that's just not my thing. Other people might say, "Why don't you just get a trade or something like that?" And there's just so many to choose from, and a lot of the time, it's just jobs that, like, these are people that are saying to me, "Be a truck driver, do a job," and all this other stuff. And it's like these are people who want to be stable. These are people who want jobs that are guaranteed for them. And I don't know. It's just I couldn't, like, for one thing, a truck driver, you're on the road all the time. I would want to be at home more. I wouldn't want to be on the road all the time. I wouldn't want to be away or whatever just to load all this stuff in the back. I don't really care about that. I wouldn't want to be an electrician because I don't really care about it. Sometimes, like I said, I just think that sometimes I'm good as a, what the freak was that? I just saw like a flashing thing on my freaking monitor on my computer. But the point of the matter is that, like, I can't really do stuff like that, right? And people say go to freaking, maybe try to work on airplanes or something. Like, there's just so much that for some reason, every time I think about it, my brain just doesn't want to do it. And it's not the fact that I'm incapable of doing things that I don't want to do. I actually didn't want to get this $11 an hour fast food job. The only reason why I actually went ahead and got it was so I could, get the money for, my computer, and so I could take care of stuff in my stuff, in my, like, my bills and whatever. The two or so bills that I have, I know, because, whatever. And I just wanted to have humility. I wanted to at least have something, just have some humility, work a little job, work my way up and get the things that I need and want and get out. You know what I'm saying? And learn something. Like, I've learned how to cook better fried chicken, at least, better fries and stuff like that. I didn't really see myself, doing stuff too much with this job, but at least it did provide me with something. And this job, again, it's the lowest paying job I think I've ever had in so many years. And I just had humility to do that. And look, like I said, like when I say that, I'm just showing you guys, look, I am capable of doing stuff that I don't want to do, but certain things like a career in these industries that people keep telling me to do, I just don't want to do it. And it really does make me feel shitty because it makes me feel like I'm actually a bum at the end of the day and I actually don't want to do anything. I didn't ask for this life. I didn't ask to be put into a world where for some reason I just don't want to do anything, and I take responsibility that this is just me. This is just a whole thing that is going on with me. And I've been wanting to find something in my life that fits in with who I am. And so I like just a job or something that I can do that could earn some income that doesn't require me to just quit, or doesn't make me quit, or make me feel like I want to off myself, or something of the sort. And that's the reason why, like, I wanted to do YouTube. I can literally sit here for hours editing videos. I was literally in my freaking, like, doing like pages on pages of notes. There's a whole script that I have for a skit here. I've done so many videos and I've made so many things, and it's just nothing has really popped off the way that I have. I got paid from YouTube last month, but that was like $100 and something, and I only do that. It's just a lot. And being an athlete also is probably another avenue for myself. I think, like I said, I can run like a great 60-meter dash. I'm not gonna put in the time, but we'll just say that I could probably, like, I'm just saying, I think I can do pretty well. And I've always loved working out, and I always loved moving my body and all this other stuff. I remember even when I was working out the other day, I was asking myself, man, you're not even doing this for money. What are you doing this for? And as soon as those words rung in my head, I was just going harder and harder. And it was just crazy. I don't know, guys. I'm just saying, and I'm trying to just be honest with myself. I don't actually want to work. I don't want to work a regular job. I know this is kind of like a clickbait title, because at the end of the day, I do want to actually earn an income. I do want to contribute to society. I do want to do something. But the thing is that society, is that the world doesn't really care about what I want. And I keep trying though. I keep trying, even though it doesn't care. I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying, but nothing ever really matters. So the best way that I can do things is to really chart my own course and to just keep going as much as I can. That's why again, I'm trying to make more videos on this account. I'm trying to make more videos on KamyCam. I'm trying to stream more. I'm trying to draw more. I'm trying to do anything I can more, just because I'm just trying to treat myself like I'm just like I'm the bomb.com. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what I have to do. If I really want this to be my life, I have to treat it like it is. And it's fun. It's rewarding. I love it. I just love making videos. I love doing this stuff. I really just hope all this stuff will work out. You know, I don't have kids. I don't have any. I think I said this in another video, but I don't have kids. I don't have a lot of crazy stuff to deal with in my life. I'm not a person that is held back by I'm held back by mental issues and maybe some trauma and stuff like that. But I'm not a person that doesn't have credentials. I don't have no credentials. I don't have crazy criminal records or whatever. I don't have kids. I don't have people trying to kill me every couple of seconds. I'm just a nerd trying to change the world. That's really what I am. I've worked these